Welcome back. This is Original Greatness. And first, I would like to thank God and I would like to thank you because I do this for you. Now, this week, we are going to talk about how to become smarter. The best place to start with how to become smarter is to ask yourself, what does smart mean? Now, when I ask you that question, if the first thing that pops into your head is the opposite of stupid, I can admit that was even what popped into my head first. That's telling you you don't have a clear understanding to define the word smart. I looked it up to be more specific. In the dictionary app you can download for your phone, I think it's just called Dictionary, there's 24 different definitions for the word smart. One that stood out to me was the 11th definition of the word smart, and it meant the way you dress. You can dress smart. So thinking about that, everything has an opposite. So if you can dress smart, you can dress stupid. That it is just that simple. That just the way you dress could present a presentation to someone else about the level of your intelligence. Blew my mind. So if you want to be smarter, you can start with the way you dress. I'm saying that the way you feel can be impacted by the way you present yourself. With the YouTube video that I'm doing and sharing with you guys, I do things that you cannot actually see that make me feel more confident and better about myself that you probably don't have no clue of. And I'll share a few of those with you. One of those is that I put on cologne. You can't smell that I smell good, but I know that I smell good. That helps my confidence to make me feel good and smart and confident to be able to sit in front of this camera and have a clear mind to talk to you guys, because I'm that important and you're that important. So I don't shortchange you with that. And that has something to do with being smarter. When it comes to the word smart, the definition we are referring to is the 8th definition. The 8th definition of the word smart: having or showing quick intelligence or ready mental capability. Now, the reason I decided to do this video was because of my son, my 8-year-old. He's struggling with mathematics. And what I discovered was, with the homeschooling thing, I'm more involved to know where he's at and what's going on with him. And my son is a habitual guesser. He has a belief that not knowing something is wrong. He believes that. So since he believes that not knowing something is wrong, he refuses to admit or even acknowledge that he doesn't know something. So to hide that fact, he just guesses, just to give you an answer, because he doesn't want to admit that he doesn't know. So he's a habitual guesser, and it's hilarious because the answers aren't even close. And I'll be looking at him like a dad, like, come on, man. Now you know doggone well. I didn't need to just teach him the answer or give him the answer. That's not solving the actual issue or the problem that he was having. His problem started with his belief. He's not in search of an answer. He's not even on the road of an answer because he's not on the road of understanding that he doesn't know it. He can't even admit that part. So I had to start there as a parent. And you can see it in his face. So when you ask him a question that he don't know, you can see his face balling up, and he like, and he just come up with it. I told him, I said, son, daddy don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything. The things you know now, at some point you did not know them. You didn't know I was daddy. You didn't know mom was mom. You didn't know your brother. You didn't know certain things. And it's okay. Nothing was wrong about that at the time. So it's okay. You need to understand there's only two types of no's mentally. You know or you don't know. There's nothing else. Either you know or you don't know. That's it. I said we're going to play a game. I'm going to ask you a question. And when I ask you a question, you can only give me one of two answers. You can either say, I know, or I don't know. And that's all you can answer to me, son. You got it? He said, yeah, I got it. I said, okay, son. Now, what's your brother's name? He said, Jacob. I said, now the rules again. Or you can only tell me, I know, or I don't know. Now, let's start this again. Where's daddy at? He said, I know. I said, good. I said, where's mommy at? He said, I don't know. I said, good. He got it. So then I asked him, how many bottles of water was in the kitchen? He said, I don't know. And he started smiling. He started smiling. And when he started smiling, I pat him on the shoulder. I said, I see you feel good because you're giving the right answer. You're not wrong for giving the right answer. The right answer is you don't know. And you're confident that you don't know because you don't know. And you're also confident when you know because you know. So either way it go, it's a win-win. And he's happy, he's excited. Okay, cool. Now you got it. Now you're on the correct road to learning because you're acknowledged that you don't know. And it's not just kids that struggle from this. It's adults that hate to be wrong, that act like they know everything, and they never learn as much as they could learn just because they can't accept the fact that they don't know. So now we moving on to the next step. So I'm like, okay, son, now you know. You either know or you don't know. You got that part right. He said, yeah, I got it. Dad, I got it. I said, okay. Now, when it comes to something you do not know, how do you find out? He said, I asked daddy. I said, no, that's not the answer. Because if that's the answer, then if I don't know something, I got to ask my daddy. So no, that's not how we find that out. That's not how we do that. You do research. If you don't know something, you research. And what is research? You research resources. You find resources to compile information to get what you need out of that information. A book, that's a resource. The internet, that's a resource. People, they are resources. But I wanted him to be specific to know that daddy wasn't the only answer for anything that he didn't know, because daddy's going to use resources or his wit. I didn't want to admit to my son that I didn't know something one time. So, story time. I was with my son on a field trip. I didn't realize how tall I was or how small them school buses was until I went on that field trip with my son. We're riding. I'm sitting next to him. He got the window seat. I ain't tripping. I'm happy I'm able to stick my legs in the aisle because I can't fit them in the seat. So I can't position myself to really see out the window. And you know how it is when you got the window seat. You go all in. So my son all in out the window, and he looking and he sees something. He said, Daddy, what's that? Just so happened I end up turning just in time to get a glimpse of what he had pointed at. Between me and you, I didn't know what it was. I would have asked the same question. But I didn't want to admit to my son that I didn't know because he got confidence in his dad. So I gave him the best answer I could come up with. I said a window. He was like, Dad, not that. I said, well, lesson one, you need to learn how to be more specific. It was so funny to see his facial expression when I told him that what he pointed at was the window, because he knew that I was right, but he knew I wasn't answering what he was really asking. And that's the type of responsibility we have when we're teaching somebody something. We need to make sure we're asking the correct question when we're looking for answers as a teacher and as a student. So in order for you to become smarter, you have to understand what smart is. And smart is a path of knowing that you either know or you don't know. Okay, I don't know this. Okay, if I don't know this, how do I find out? I need to be resourceful. I need to use my resources. I need to capitalize on resources so I can become more informed on whatever it is that I want to know about. And it's just that simple. If you look at it that way, there is no such thing as smart or stupid. You can be informed on a subject or uninformed on a subject. You can be resourceful enough to become informed, or you can just stay uninformed. And that just makes you lazy. That don't make you stupid. That just make you lazy. Because our personal beliefs we put on other people, starting with our kids. What do I believe in? What mistakes am I making? How can I be better at this? Because that affects other people that look up to us. Our kids, for example. So even learning what I learned today with the definition of smart, having 24 different definitions, I can't wait to tell my son about it. And I was able to put it in this video because I was doing research to make sure I'm giving you guys great content that you can learn from and that you can grow from and you can put into effect. To help you on your journey. As always, be original, be great, and say, I am original greatness. God bless.